As we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, it's Clark, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense. And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Single slot. Aiden's getting the ball here. Here we go, G. All day, G.
Allen gonna throw. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Allen's throw is complete, and they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to wind up and air it out. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor, and this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken in at the 11. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away. Whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Hey, hold. Go. I got him. Back to Mike. Alert! Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Crunch time, defense. At 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike. Sound.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Pick your game up. Check 99. Check 99.
Now it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Watch the twist.
Jackson from the shotgun. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. They'll try the left side. It's Clark, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. Check, hang on.
Here's Jackson to throw. Forced out to his, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a 45-yard punt and couple that with a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Bills on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Well, they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. I got you.
Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a first down pickup of 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Taylor. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a give, right side. Taylor. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Under 10, under 10, 10.
He may try and run for this. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
That's good for Baltimore. First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
This time Jackson will throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
We got double up, double up. 6 guys, check 6 guys.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Buying time to his left. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight, He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That's it, baby. We got one.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Mecole Hardman in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well...
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have?
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll keep it on the ground. Clark. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. Allen now operating from the gun. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play here for the Bills. 52 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Win the rep, let's go right here.
Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Allen now looks to throw, and he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Bills have taken the lead.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here I come. Here I come. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creep. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line. Nicole Hardman, the intended target.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. Give him 42 yards on the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Muhammad. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Taylor. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Check 37. Joker. Check. Squeeze.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Taylor, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Watch twins. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 36.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
Check. Lucky.
They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Clark. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. To throw is Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 79 yards. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it. That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll need to regroup after the costly interception last time. It led to a tying touchdown. 21 all is where we stand, and they've got it 1st and 10. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Hey, Haywood!
Operating from the gun. Allen under pressure again, and down he goes again. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, box truck!
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. That is going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Motion out of the backfield.
From the gun, Allen. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off at the 39. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Keep playing
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw. They've got his man complete. He's at the 30, the 20. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This is taken at the 3. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Flush to his right, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On 3rd down. It's Taylor, and he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield, a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. This will be caught by Brown, and he'll go down at the 28. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Switch. Showing it. Switch.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. Here comes a big one now in overtime. This is 3rd and inches. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. Jackson now, just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check out.
Taylor. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back.
Let's go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he nearly got the 1st himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. They come out here in the eye. All right, here we go. The field goal unit staying on the sideline here in OT. They're going for it on 4th.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Shift. Check 99, check 99.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Partner, a great game that we got to see, and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Ravens, it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bills, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but